Hi, I'm Tracy, the Agapanthus Queen from Littlewood Agapanthus Farm. Today we're going to show you how to dig some Agapanthus. Now, bear in mind that not all Agapanthus are the same. The ones we're doing today are Snowball, they're dwarf, so they're really easy to dig up. Some of the big ones, like Dutch Blue Giant, there's no way that we can dig them by hand. We need to use our excavator. But these little guys, they're easy to dig by hand, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So what we generally do is find a nice clump, and then we get our shovel and we go straight up and down in, and then just lift a little, and then we work our way all the way around the clump until the clump is loose, and then we lift them gently out, we trim them, and then they're ready for you to buy. I then go around and just tease out all of the old gum leaves and take out the old stalks from previous flowers. These are mature clumps, and so they've already flowered well, and they'll flower beautifully this coming season. And then I put the clump on its side, and I just will trim the bottom. That clump's $45, and there'd be at least 20 plants in there, so you'd get at least 5 family plugs of say 2 or 3 out of that one clump. We're now going to show you how we're going to divide them. Show you how to divide dwarves. It's very different than dividing normal Agapanthus, because the little rhizome, as you'll see, so I get a little tomahawk and I just chop around the edge so I can get to where the rhizome is. I'm going to chop from the bottom because I don't want to damage any of the rhizome, which is actually up here. So I'm going to chop from the bottom. I'm going to chop this in halves, this actual clump. Now, you can see that fleshy bit there of the rhizome, that's the important bit. These tuberous roots are good, and you want some of those on there, but the fleshy rhizome is what keeps the plant growing. What we do when we transplant and divide is we don't divide these into singles. We divide them into little family groups because they do better. And we're going to do that with a saw, because as you can imagine, if you chopped into that with a shovel, you're going to lose plenty of Agapanthus. So we don't want to lose any, we want to keep them all growing well. So we're going to do it with a saw, gently. Now I'm going to look at this clump and I'm going to go, oh, there's a family group, and there is a split down there. And so I'm going to take my saw and I'm just going to go straight up and down so that I make sure that I get that fleshy root. And I'm going to keep that lot together, and that's how I'm going to plant it. With this lot, you could even pull it apart. That's just coming straight apart in their little family groups. And I'm going to pull this one apart too. Sometimes you can prise them, and that's absolutely fine. And so what do we get? 6 out of half a clump. So, you know, they're very good value. It's not like one plant for 15 bucks. Now, this particular one here, I won't sell that, but I'm going to put that back in the ground, and that will be okay. But it's gone into a single. It hasn't got a lot of fleshy root, but it has got some little tuberous roots coming. That will be fine as long as I look after it. You can plant the singles, but you've just got to look after them that little bit more, particularly coming up to summer, because that fleshy little rhizome is not as big as a standard Agapantha. It's not got as much nourishment. That has to nourish the plant. In our opinion, we recommend keeping them in a little family plug.